Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Can you guys turn on your videos? Yeah. Hello, Yuvan.
Hello, sister.
Yeah. So, how was your day?
Yeah, nice.
It was good. Okay. Did you see a rainbow by any chance today?
Today, yesterday I saw.
Oh. Okay.
ಈಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಆ ಕಡೆ ನೀ ಹೋಗ ಆ ಕಡೆ
Lakshmi, did your mother just scold you?
No.
Who was it? Was it your sister?
Yeah.
Okay. How old is she?
She's 20.
20 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what about Trisha? Trisha, how was your
Yeah.
day?
It was good, but a bit stressful.
Are you
There
ninth?
were more assignments and notes given today. So,
Are you in ninth?
yeah.
Oh, that's very difficult, actually. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like the starting period of all your piled up work, so very difficult because we're starting. By 10th,
Yeah.
by the time you come to 10th, you will be like adjusted to it. You'll be adjusted to it, but now it's difficult. So study hard, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Then what about Ashish?
Yeah, today my day was kind of good and bad
Why bad?
because I didn't get to play in my games period.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's kind of sad too. But you know, whenever there's PE period in school, I don't usually go and play. I'll just sit somewhere. Yeah, because or else I'll do some writing work, but my PT teachers identify this and they don't let me go out of the ground. So I play or I don't play. I have to stay in the ground. That's sad too, isn't it? Then what about Yuan? Do you like games in the school?
Yes, sister.
Are you good at any particular game?
I can't say
Which one do you
specific.
like?
Coco.
Oh, do you play Coco at your school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then teach us how to play in the workshop if possible, in any of the workshop if possible. Then what about yoga?
Good
Yoga,
evening.
you look stressful. Are you
Uh,
worried about any cricketers?
Not like that. Just now, after writing the test, I slept and just now I wake. So I'm looking like this.
Oh, oh, I didn't know that. You didn't look sleepy. You were just looking sad. How was the test?
Test, it was okay, but some confusions in the grammar.
Oh, English. Yeah, today.
Yeah.
I thought it was easy. Okay, no problem. Then everyone, please turn on your videos. You know, it's like I'm talking to all the black color boxes with names. Payal,
Sister.
yeah, you look so happy.
Yeah, because I'm going to meet my sister tomorrow. So,
Your sister, was she not with you?
no, like she is on hostel right now. Like tomorrow they are having outing, so I'm going to meet her.
How old is she?
Now she's 16.
Ah, okay, okay. Have a nice day then, okay?
Thank you, sister.
Then Pragna,
Good evening, sister.
good evening. After many days I'm seeing you. Why? What
Yeah,
happened?
like I changed the school. Now I'm not in that school right now. So like I thought there will be no chance in WeJump. But last Sunday I asked to sir like can I continue? Can I be a part of WeJump? So sir said okay, like I'm continuing now.
Oh, okay, no problem. I will still guide everyone. Okay. Then who's missing?
Okay.
I love it. Love it.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
After many
long time no
weeks.
see.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Long time no see. After many weeks you joined.
yeah,
How was your day?
yeah. It was fairly good, but as you know, English was kinda confusing because of the paragraphs. As you guys said, yeah, it was kinda good and bad. Like, how about yours?
I think it was easy, but
Okay.
we didn't have enough time to write the
Yeah, that's what I too faced. Like last the 6 marks questions and all, we got
yeah.
less time to write. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So from now onwards, so Pragna,
Yeah.
you'll be regular, right?
Yes, sister, I'll be.
What about Love It?
Yes, I tried to be regular, but some for the personal issues I couldn't. But I'll try my best to be regular.
Mm, Even if you're not regular, you can watch the recording.
Yes,
And
I have been
you,
watching the recordings,
oh,
but not
that,
entirely.
mm, but if you're not able to watch the recording, then you have to tell me. I don't like to watch the recording.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I'll give everyone some alternatives. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So let's start today's class. Today's class, I want to ask you guys, did anyone make any chart? In the last class, we learned about the flourish charts. Did you guys do the assignment? I mean, did you guys try to do any chart? Any chart? Anyone? Did you guys try? Uh, Nobody? Okay. So what you can do is you can try because in the workshop we will be doing that, right? So that's also one in the agenda in while filling the form. So you try. So if you try many, you'll have an idea. Okay. Then now today we'll learn functions. Okay. So today onwards we'll have regular classes with particular topics that will be taught and regular assignments. So so far I told you we had syllabus already planned very well. So level till level 1 and 2 like there was not much problem, but now we'll start basics of level 3. Okay. And those who like don't know because mm, they were inactive before, you can contact Pranava or Leo or me or Angelina. Okay, to clear your doubts. And those who joined in between, then you will have your basics lesson in another group. There's a separate group. So there they'll teach you the basics. Okay. And if you still want like to learn it faster, like you want to learn it now, not wait until they begin the class, then you can contact me. Okay? And also I'll try to give you the study materials yeah, after my tests. Okay? After next weekend I'll try to do that. but please remind me that I have to give you the study materials, okay, for the basics. And now we'll learn functions today. Okay, so till 7:30, so Angelina will teach you the basic fundamentals that you need to remember. So don't worry about like doing it now in your computer. Just focus on the class, listen very well and understand. Okay? And then after the class, you can have your own separate time and then experiment on your own and then make a lot of mistake and then learn. Okay? So don't do any other work, just focus on the class for now because functions you'll be using it more in the future. In the future classes we'll be using functions a lot because as the topics gets complex, we'll be using functions more. Okay, is it fine? Everyone, please turn on your videos. Can you turn on your video? Dhanalakshmi Ashish. Angelina, can you start?
Yeah. I just share my screen.
And Trisha, if it's not possible to turn on your video, internet problem, then just turn off your video and you can just be in the class, okay? Yeah.
Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sister.
So like we have learned about the functions, right? Isn't it? Yes or no? You know what is functions? We have learned it.
Yes,
Yes or no?
but can you still revise?
Fine. Okay. So here, so can anybody like read what is written there? Like just reading. Oh, nobody.
Yuga, are you still sleepy?
No.
Please read.
Okay. Definition. A function is a block of a reusable code that performs a specific task. Functions help to organize code, making it more modular and easier to maintain.
Can you tell what did you understand by reading it?
Uh, like I understood, a function is a block that we can use, is a reusable code to perform a specific task.
Yeah. So function is a block of statement that does a specific task. So here, so if you if you write the code like again and again repeatedly, again and again, to stop or to reuse it, we'll use a function. Did you guys get it? So function is a block of statement that does a specific task. The idea is to put some commonly or repeatedly done task together and make the function so that instead of writing the same code again and again for different inputs, we will just reuse it. So like instead of writing the same code in each line again and again, we will just reuse the one code, like reuse it. So did you guys understood the definition? It's very simple. Function is used to reuse the code. Did you guys understood?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the advantages of the function is code reuse. So we can reuse the code and reduce code length. You can see encapsulate. Encapsulate in the sense like if you write the same code again and again, the code will become like the size or the length of the code will be increased. To reduce it, we'll use the functions and improve readability. So when we write more codes, so like we find it difficult to understand or read it. So function will use to improve the readability and and it like simplifies the debugging, the errors. The more errors, like it reduces the errors in the code. So the next topic is the function syntax. So like we call a function by using the def. Do you remember it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, who will read it? Anybody? Just read it, that's enough.
Yeah, may I?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, function syntax, basic syntax, definition, function, underscore name, open parenthesis, parameters, colon, hashtag function body, return value, key points, keyboard to define a function, function underscore name, the name of the function, parameters, colon, inputs, optional, return, colon, returns the input, output, and open parenthesis, optional.
Yeah. So like we call a function by the def, like the keyword and the function name. So the function name can be anything, like you can just give it the parameter. So parameter as the input. So it's not like compulsory to give a parameter, like it's optional. And the function body and return value. So return value is nothing but the return value is used in a function to send the like result back to where the function was called. So I'll repeat it again. So return is used in a function to send the result back to where the function was called. So the return value is like also optional. So the def is the keyword, the function name, like any name can be written, the parameter is input, that's optional, and the return value, it's also optional. The next topic is, so there is a example given here, function syntax, example of simple function. So here example is equal to def, the keyword, greet is the function name, and the parenthesis, so it's like the input is not given, it's like optional, and the print hello world. So this is the function body, and the greet parenthesis, this is the like return value, the function. So this is the function called. So explanation, can anybody read the explanation here? Just reading.
Angelina, can you turn on your video? We can understand it better. Okay, don't worry, we can understand.
The problem is I'm sitting in a dark room, the current is there, but the bulb is a problem. Totally dark here.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, the explanation is like when the function greet, when the function is called, does not take any okay, here we didn't give an input value in the greet, like the parenthesis, like we didn't give a input value, and here the next line we gave print hello world, and we call the function. So the output will be, what will be the output? It's written in the code, like you can just easily
Hello
find out.
world.
Yeah, the output will
Yeah,
be
hello world.
Yeah, world will be the output. So I hope that you understood the example and the function with parameter. So the previous example was like there was no parameter, there was no input given. Like we separately given in the like the print hello world, we separately given it. So here the next we are like the next example shows the function with parameter. So here, so can anybody like just explain this? I explained about the function without parameter. So this is easy, I guess. Can anybody just explain it? It's very easy. Dhanalakshmi, can you?
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, thank you.
So a def function name. So this is the function underscore name. Then param1 and param2, like they are the parameters, and return result, like which will be the output.
Yeah. So here the def is the keyword and the function name, and the like they gave the input value, that is param1 and param2. And here like the example you can see def add is the function name here, and the input is a and b. The return is a plus b, and the result is equal to add 3. So here we are giving the input value a and b, and result is equal to, we should add it. So we will give return value as a plus b, and result is equal to add 3 and 5. So here what we need to add? 3 and 5 we need to add. So when we like give print result, then the output will be 8. So here the explanation, the function add takes two parameter and returns their sum. Parameter A and B are passed when calling the function. So this is the function with parameter. The previous example was function without parameter. The next is return statement. So like just before I told the definition of return. So just can anybody say the definition? It's like not exactly what it is written in this. You can just say it in your own words. Like Ashish, are you there? Or Trisha? Okay, it's okay. I'll repeat the definition. So return, do you know what is the like definition of return, or like what did you understand by the statement, like the return statement? Do you know, like, do you know what it is? Okay, it's okay, fine. I'll just repeat it. So return is used in a function to send the result back where the function was called. So here they gave a definition that returns a value from the function to the caller. If no return is specified, the function returns none by default. So it's very simple that it returns the value back to the caller, that is function. So here the example they gave, def, which is the keyword, multiply the function name, and x comma y, that is the input, and return is equal to x into y. We'll multiplying it, the result is equal to multiply. So we need to multiply 4 and 5, and when we give print result, the output will be 20. So did you understand? Yes or no? Did you guys understood? Yes or no?
Sister, can you repeat once again?
Okay.
Yes.
Ashish, did you understood? I didn't hear you, Ashish.
Yes.
So can you explain it to
Yes.
Lakshmi?
Okay. So when we use return function, it sends the value back again to the when we call the function.
Can you explain the example given here to Lakshmi? Okay, fine. I'll just explain it. So the example here, like def is a keyword, and the multiply is the function name. And like we give the input as x comma y, and return x into y. So here x value is 4 and y value is 5. So the result we should multiply it. So the 4 will multiply like with 5, and when we print result, when the function is called, the value, the output will be 20. So explanation is given here. The function multiply returns the value to the returns the result of multiplying x and y. So like return function is used in a return is used in a function to send the result back to the where the function was called. So should I repeat this definition again, or shall I move to the next topic? Dhanalakshmi, did you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, next is
Wait. Before we go, before we learn the next thing, I'll teach them a small topic related to the written statement.
fine.
Yeah, so yeah, all of you turn on your videos. You know what I think, or else you all are sleeping. Okay, so you know what is function. So can you go to that slide, second slide? Okay, third one. Oh, third slide. Yeah. So function, it's a block of code which like will be executed only when you call, and it's to avoid like repeating things, and then it's to do some specific tasks. Just three things, remember, okay? So now in the function syntax, you have to give your function name and also any parameters. If no parameters, that's fine too. And then the function body, then the return value. So she explained clearly all these things. So I hope you guys understood. So now I'll just share my screen and then show you a simple example and also explain you some topic called namespace that's useful in function. So I'll share my screen. So yeah. Mm, so second, just a second. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So for now, ignore these, okay? Ignore them and okay. So this is a very simple function, okay? So this function name is rectangle area. So we are calculating the area of the rectangle here. So this is length, this is width. So they are the parameters and area is like one of the variable. Okay, let me just cancel everything. Okay, so here there's a function called like rectangle. So we'll be calculating the rectangle area and then the parameters are length and the width. So now we have to get the area of the rectangle. What do you do? Just length into width, right? So after getting the area, we'll store it in a variable like this. Okay? After storing it, we have to print it or else it doesn't work, right? So we'll print. Then finally, if this is correct, but if you don't call the function, it doesn't work. So you have to call your function. So length can be 15, then width can be 10. Okay? So I'll just run this code. Can you see? Oh no. Wait. Yeah. Can you see the output? Everyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the output? It's 150. So 15 into 10. So you got the output, but I told you there's some rule in functions. So functions, its functions are actually made in Python to do only specific tasks. So you cannot like do many different tasks in Python, like in the function. So this function, what is the work of this function? What is it? This one. What's this work? What's the work of this function? What is it? I mean, what's the work of calculating rectangle area function? Are you guys there?
Yes, sister.
Yeah, can you tell me
Sister, can you repeat once again?
what's this work? Why are we using it? What does this function do?
To choose the
It
area of
calculate.
yes.
I think to calculate the area.
Payal, are you there?
Yeah, sister.
Did you understand?
Yeah, I think like it tells about what we are doing and the function what we are doing. I think it tells about that.
So this function work is just to calculate the area of rectangle. That's simple, okay? So now this function should only do that much, not anything extra. So it is calculating, that's good, but it's also printing. Printing is not this function's work. So I will remove this one and I'll put it out of the function because printing is not this function's work, okay? That is why. Now I'll again run the code, but I got error. It says name area, this one is not defined. But we can clearly see that this is defined, right? But still it shows not defined. So why is it so? I'll explain it to you. Do you guys know by any chance?
No.
Okay. So in Python, so there's something called namespace. So namespace, you can think of it like a notebook. So no, this notebook will keep track of all the variables. For example, you see, there's some variable called unit here. So equals to squared. It will just print squared and then function again it will just print a learning, so it will just print these things. So this namespace notebook, it will keep track of all your functions of all your variables. So now there's namespace notebook, so the what does it store? It stores the variables. So unit, its value, then function, its value, then it will not just store the variables, but it will also store the function. It will store the function. So here it will store this variable and it will also store this variable and it will also store this function. So it will keep track of the variables and the function names that notebook. So that's its work. Now the problem is it doesn't keep track of the variables that those are inside the function like this. So unit and function, they are the variables which are outside the function, right? So which are outside the function, they are considered as global variables. Okay, so this variable is considered as local variable. So this is because it's inside the function. So that time this namespace notebook, it has two categories. So it's global namespace and local namespace. So global namespace has will keep track of the variables like this one, okay, and also the function name, okay, like this. But local variables will keep track of the variables or parameters inside the function. So when Python, how Python works, it reads line by line. So here first thing it reads, it will be stored in global namespace, again this variable to global namespace, in this line this function to global namespace, and then you know okay, let's come to this line here. This is our variable but it's inside the function, so it will be stored in local namespace. And also here in this line as well, after this function name there are two parameters. Length is like 15 and then width is 10. So they are parameters, so that will be stored in local namespace too. Okay, so global namespace, variables and variables outside the function and the function names, and local variables or local namespace, variables and parameters inside used in the function. So here, this area is used inside the function. And when I use it outside, it doesn't work. The problem is because as Python reads each line, the global variable remains same, but the local variable, it will be disappeared. Okay, it will disappear as it moves to the next line. Okay, so here
Excuse me.
you, oh yeah,
Yeah, can you say the difference between the global variable and the local variable?
okay. So global variable is, just think of it like two tracking system. Okay,
Mm.
local namespace will track the variables that are outside the function. So
Uh-huh.
you know the variables, right? So this is a
Mm.
variable, this is a variable, and this is a variable too. But these both, they
Mm-hmm.
are outside the function. So they
Yeah.
are in local namespace notebook.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
And this is inside the function, so it's in local uh, namespace notebook. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing. Another one
Mm.
thing, global namespace will also keep track not of
Mm.
the function name, not just
Mm.
the variables outside the function, but also the variable names.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the local variable, it will keep track of the variables inside the function, and
Mm.
also it will keep track of the parameters used in the
Mm.
function. Like length, it's
Yeah.
a
Okay.
parameter here, and width too. Did you understand?
Mm. Yes.
Ah. Angelina, you raised your hand.
Like I didn't get it, so I just raised the hands. Now I got it.
Okay. So now you know what is global namespace and what is local namespace. Okay. So now the problem is, as Python reads each line, it will not just simply read, it will store in the memory. So when it reads this line, it will be stored in the memory. Which notebook? Which notebook? Where
Local.
will it store this one, like first line?
Local.
No, global. Don't get confused with the name. Okay. Global is like outside the variable, outside the function. Okay. So this is a function. So everything here, it's inside the function. Okay. So this two variables, they're outside the function, so they're considered global. So they has Python reads it, it will be stored in the memory. Global namespace. Again, this one in global namespace, and the name of this function in the global namespace. And then this parameter, these two parameters, and this area variable inside the function in local namespace. So the global namespace remains, but the local namespace will be erased as it moves to the next line. For example, where does this local variable tracking starts? It's here, right? This variable, it's inside the function, so it's local namespace thing. So when it comes to line 5, it will store in the memory, which notebook? Local namespace notebook. So when it stores in that notebook and it goes to next line, like here 6 and then 7, by the time it comes to 7, the local notebook, it will be erased. It will not be in the memory. So what we have to do is we have to send the values in the local namespace into like back into the function, so that it won't forget. Okay, so now I'm not printing, because I told you there is a rule. The functions are just made for specific tasks, so you just have to write like the functions to do some specific task. So this function's task is to just calculate the area. It is calculating. It should not print. Printing, it's not its job. So I'm printing it outside, but it didn't work because it's not defined. It shows it's not defined because, you know, area here in line 9 is considered as a variable. But this variable is not defined outside the function anywhere. But it's defined inside the function. But still defined. But I told you the local variable will be erased as it moves on to the next line. It will be like erased. I forgot like that. So now we have to, so to avoid this problem, we have to do two things. So we should not break the rule also. The rule is like, you know, the just one specific task. So function should do one specific task. So we have to remember that. So I cannot print it inside. And another thing, it we have to send this local value in back into the function for it to show the result. So we have to return it back to the function. That is why we will return the area. Okay? So many of you, including me, had doubt what's difference between print and written. I understood. So print, it will simply print. It's like you want water, then you ask someone, you get. But written, it's like you want pizza, and then you order it from your table, and then the waiter, they'll ask you what toppings or what kind of pizza do you want, the size, everything goes back into the kitchen, prepare the pizza, bring it back to you. That's written. Print, it's like you want a pizza, and then they make pizza, that's their work, and that's it. They don't bring it back to you. But written, it's like they go back, they make it, and then bring it back to you. Pizza. Do you like pizza?
Yes.
Okay. What about Angelina? Do you like pizza?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, me too. I don't like pizza. Okay. So now you understood what's written, right? And you also understood what's local variable and global variables. Okay? I know it's confusing, but I'll soon make you a short video so that you can remember. Okay? So here, when you're returning this area, it will just not print it. So it will just, the function will do its work naturally, like normally, but and still it will remember the local variable's value in it to give the output. Okay, so area, it's a local variable. It is in the local variable. After it goes from this line, it will just forget it. It will be erased. But when you written it back, so when the local variable is completely erased, that particular value will be still returned back to the global variable. It will be remembered there. So that's about local namespace and global namespace and written. So Angelina, you raised your hand.
Can you explain the return area part, like why we are using it? The return area part.
Okay. So I told you there are like two notebooks called global and local variables. So all the variables outside and the function name, it is an global variable. And the parameters and the variables inside the function, it's in local namespace, okay? And global namespace and local namespace. Now, as soon as uh, the function reads, like the Python reads next line, and now you see here is we have, here in line 5 we have, oh, oh, here in line 5 we have local variable that will be sent to local namespace. But When it goes to line 6, just think this is not there. When it goes to line 6 to read and then 7, it will be erased. The local namespace that was created in line 5, like when it was reading line 5, will be erased. That will not be stored. It's like temporary. After moving on to next line, it will forget. So that is why local variable values, you cannot like use it outside the function because you didn't define it outside the function, but you defined it inside the function. But that will not work because the Python doesn't remember, because it is erased, because it was erased after moving on to the next line. Did you understand? So that is why like it will be erased. So that is why from this local notebook, from this local namespace, before it gets erased, we will return that value back into the function. Okay? So that we don't need to print it outside the function. So this local value will be can be shown, like can be shown to the user as the output. It will be returned back. That is why we use return. So return, it just means so this area actually it's a local variable, but it will, when you use return, it will return back from local namespace to the global namespace. Okay? So when it returns back, there should be some variable to keep it, or else it will be lost. So that is why what we can do is we can create another variable to store it. So you will be confused. So I will use another variable like this. So now if you run this code, you will get the output. Like now print the final area and also print the unit like squared. Okay, let's run this code. We got it. Can you guys see the output?
Yeah.
This much.
Yeah.
So 150 is the final thing, and then squared is this variable. Okay, don't get confused. So you written that local value from the local namespace before it gets erased, and so that you can use it, and then that thing, it will be stored in the local global space. So you have to assign a variable to it, or else it will be lost. So that's why I created another variable for that. So this whole thing, it will result in 150. Like now here, this function output is 150. Here it will return the area, right? So that's in this variable. The function, like when you call the function, the calling of the function itself is in a variable. You print that variable. Okay? If you don't print also, no problem. It will still, like, you can still call the function. So you understood what's global namespace, local namespace, and return. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, what about others? Did you understand? Are you guys sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah? Trisha, were you sleeping?
No.
Then why did you respond when I asked you, were you sleeping? Was it the yes for like my first question? Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Then others, did you understand it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys turn on your videos? or else I think you're sleeping. Okay, so you understood. So you may think, why to create all the mess like local namespace, global namespace, and then, confusing. You can simply store everything in one notebook, isn't it? Like unit, like this variable also in one notebook, again, this in the same notebook, then this function in the same notebook. You know that. Global variables. Then again, this variable also in the global variable itself, like global namespace itself, all together in single namespace. Why can't we do that? Like that will be easier, isn't it? So that's easier, but it will break the rule of the specific task. Function should do only one task for any task, but only one task. Here it should calculate the area it's calculating. It is not printing it anywhere. That's it. So in the same way, just think we'll create another variable called area. Now the area is 200. Okay. Oh, let's. Yeah. Now I will print the area. So just think now there is no local variable, no global variables, just all together stored in one single notebook. So in that case, first unit is stored in one notebook. Again, next this one, then this area is 200, then this function name, then this area. It calculates the area, which is 150 here, and it will not create another place. It will replace this 200. Did you understand? So first unit was a variable it stored, then again function learning it stored, area 200 stored, then calculate rectangle area stored, that's the function name. Then again, area is like another variable. I have used it here inside the function. So what it does is it doesn't change. It doesn't change the the orders. The orders remain the same. It will change the value of the previous variable. So this area will be changed to 150. I mean, not here, but in the notebook. Okay. So as it was storing, when it found another similar variable, its value got changed. So that is not correct, right? That is not what you wanted. Another thing, it's breaking the rule. What is the rule? Function does only one specific task. So apart from doing that one specific task, this function is also changing this another variable's value. That is not this function's task, right? It should simply do its task and finish. But this is also changing the value of another variable. So it's breaking that rule as well. And it's not correct. That's not what you wanted. Area 200 is different, and area you're calculating inside the function, that is different too.
Mama!
So
Mama!
this will
Odolama! Hello? ಹೇಳ್ದಳಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್
uh,
ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ.
okay. So sorry. Love it muted. Then so now uh I was telling that you had this one single list for everything. So now unit, square, then function learning, then area was 200, then the function name calculating rectangle area was stored. Then again, when area was calculated, it didn't add another one. The value of the previous variable was changed from 200 to 150 in our case. So this created our problem. This is not what we wanted. Another one thing is this is like breaking the rule of like specific like responsibility rule. It's like you should just do your assigned task, nothing more. So that is why they created this separation, global namespace and local namespace. Because when everything is in single list, when you use like same variable, they don't like the Python doesn't understand. It thinks that you are actually updating the same area. But in real, we are not updating it. We are using something like another area. I cannot simply change it to apple, banana, or any other ABCD. I just want it as area. But when everyone is stored in the same list, we don't understand. Like the Python doesn't understand. That is why they created like this separation, like global namespace and local namespace. So that, let's just try now. Print area. Okay, here you see print area. Let's run this code. You see the area, print area. What did it print? It's printing like 200, right? And
Yeah.
this 150, you are not. Oh, no, no, no. Just a second. We don't use this one. Oh. Mm. Mm. Yeah. So now you got 200, right? But the out output that you expected was like 150. That is what you calculated inside this one. But you didn't get it, right? So, okay, just remove this as well. Run. No. Can you see the output?
Yeah.
Hmm. What's the problem? Just a second. Hmm. Okay. So let's check this out later. But now it's 200. Like the one that you calculated, like you didn't get it anywhere, right? So let's like replace this back and print this one final area. Or just you don't give another name, just let it remain as area. Yeah. So now just think, now I got the, like I calculated the area and then I'm storing it, like it was in the local namespace. So before erasing, before it got erased, I brought it back, returned it. So I need something assigned, like I want to assign it to something so that it won't be lost. So I created this variable named area. So I'm printing this area. So now the Python don't know which area this is. It will misunderstand. So it will, the at first, just think everything was in a single namespace. No separation like global or local. Everything in single notebook. What Python does, it will not store another area is equal to 150. It will replace the previous value. Like area is equal to 200, but now area is like 150. I didn't expect 150 or I didn't expect 200. I expected both. Because for me, area 200 is different and then area 150 is different. But Python don't understand when everything is like mixed up. That is why there is separation of this global namespace and local namespace. Okay? So just think, when the separation is made, like global and local, the area 200 remains in the global variable because it's outside the function, and this area remains inside the function. Okay, so when you use, like when you want to print it, like you can return it back, and then when you print it, you will get both. Okay, you will get 200 as well, you will get 150 as well, because one is global and one is local. You can return it back to give, like to show the output. Like now this can be final area, this will be area comma final area, save, then run. You see, you got 200 and then 150 both. I mean, now I explained it to you why there is separation. I did not like change anything in Python here. Like Python always, it has separation of global and local variables. But I just, changed this name, like final, so that it doesn't misunderstand. But, when I was explaining what will happen if the separation was not, if the separation wasn't there, even then it was like I didn't do any changes in the Python. It's just the way I showed it to you, how you may get the output if Python didn't had this operation. Just see now, instead of final area, I wanted to use it as area itself, just area. Then the Python will misunderstand, or it would only give me area. Like now you see, I remove this final again, this final also. Now I run. You see, I get 150, 150 because this 200 is like replaced by the new calculated area. But I wanted this 200 as well and then this 150 as well. But that's not possible because Python has the separation. So that is why, as I cannot separate it and I want to show you the output, I I gave a different variable name so that you can see 200 and then this is 150, the new calculated area. Okay, so this is why they made this separation. Okay, so that it wouldn't cause this problem when you want to use the same variable but everything is in the same list. The Python will replace the previous variable value. It won't like add new variables in the list. Yeah. Did you guys understand?
Yes, we understood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only two members understood.
Yes.
Understood.
Can you guys turn on your
Yeah.
videos? Yeah. So did you guys understand this one? Everyone, are you
Yeah.
sleeping again? Okay. So you understood. Do you have any doubts?
No.
Okay. No doubts. So I know you will not understand because if I simply explain it for like just 30 minutes, so you have to work on it on your own. Okay? So today you learned the basic of function and also global and local namespace, global and local variables. In the next class, we'll see some more projects, not projects, some more functions, and also we'll learn about the different kinds of function. So different kinds, which means there will be different kinds of parameters, or you can say arguments that you'll be passing. Like, it's just now length, width, very simple. You will understand easily. And different kinds of function, it means there will be like different ways in which you will pass the arguments, like you'll use the parameters in a different way. they are like arguments, you'll use it in a different way. So you have different types, kinds of function. In the next class, we'll see that. Okay? So today's assignment, you can take a screenshot if you want for your reference. Yeah. You can take a screenshot if you want. So today's assignment is very simple. You just have to write few simple function, and you have to use global and local variables. Just like this, you have to use global and local variables. And the other thing is, after writing the code, take a screenshot and keep it with you. Then you can type the message. One category is local namespace, another category global namespace. So which variables or function is under global namespace, and which variables or parameters are under local namespace. Type then with the message and the screenshot, send it in the group. Okay, only this week's assignment. So submit it by Tuesday. Okay, this is not so difficult. That is why by Tuesday. Okay, so if you don't have any doubts, I'll stop sharing my screen. Yeah. So can you guys turn on your videos? Yeah. So that's for today. So do your assignments, because if you learn it now, you won't have much doubts in the next classes, in the further classes. When I teach you some like other topics, you won't get many doubts. Okay? So do your assignments and share it in the group. If you miss your assignments, I'll consider it has two things. One thing you're not practicing. Another one thing, you're not prepared for the next class. I'll consider it like this. Okay? So that's it for today. Thank you everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sister. Bye.
Yes, sister.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you.